All right, so let's take a look at oil here. So oil, I think I did a good job kind of identifying that this was some bearish absorption and prices are going to fall. I think I also kind of noted pretty well that prices are going to rally. That said, this may be a time to avoid this trade. This is very bullish. This is great, but we still have a distributive structure that's trading in the resistance. And from a trading perspective, I wouldn't want to speculate and take a long position into risk because my reward is what? This, and then my risk is all this downside. So that's bad trading. I think that the oil now is offering shorts a lower risk trade or a better risk to reward, and that's going to create some chop that's here. So this is some accumulation. I think we're kind of reaching that price objective that we have. We're trading the resistance. But I also want to note we still have some supply. So again, if this is bullish reabsorption and we're not going to break down the $40 like I think, which I don't know, we'll have to see how that develops. We're not going to continue to rally if bulls don't control all the overhead flow, if they don't control all the supply. And you can appreciate on this inverse hammer here, this upper wick and this spike of this large selling that's present, that there is still some supply. So I'm a little biased that we're trading the resistance. Oil may drop back down, test this level, which would then kind of correlate with the 200-day moving average as well. We may find some bullish participation and rally away from there. So I might avoid this trade. I might look for another dip to buy and then rally. So structural wise, this might be our selling climax or automatic reaction or secondary tests. Our sign of strength. This could be the backup to the edge or last point of supply. Here's our sign of strength. But I'm a little biased that we're going to kind of retest this area here. Let's look at another time frame. Look at an hourly chart. I continuously appreciate the buying pressure that's here. So we're seeing a buying imbalance at the present. Nothing jumps out at me here. This all looks like a nice continuation pattern on the 60-minute chart. If we look at a 15-minute chart of the session, it looks like we had a selling imbalance that developed before the open, but bulls quickly bought it and we kind of rallied away from there. But on the session, I didn't see a lot of buying. This is a little suspect here. So I had this huge spike in volume. Like, what's going on there? So we have this big effort, which actually breaks through resistance. So obviously there was some shorting, some profit taking. Something was accountable to drive this higher through this resistance on such strong volume that's here. That proportionately, this should have drove prices much higher, but it didn't because there is some selling pressure that's there. But the key was, although there's some speculation that there's some selling through here, is that we back tested it, and during the back test, you can appreciate there's no selling. So it may have had a difficult time overcoming this level of resistance. We tested it, we confirmed that it was bullish, and we rallied away from it. But still, I'm a little suspect. Let's look at a footprint chart. If we look at a footprint chart, this is that area. We break through that level, we kind of rally, we fall back down, there's a lot of supply, and then now we're rallying back through here. I think that this is still bullish, but I think this does, if we look at the buying imbalances that are present, 900, 900,000, 1,200. Here we have almost 2,000 and another 1,500. So I still think that there's supply present. I think before we actually break through that resistance here, 53 and 53.50, I'm a little biased that we're going to see prices drop, and we're actually developing a little selling imbalance currently overnight. Let's refresh this here. So yeah, we're currently trading at 53.10. We're getting a little selling imbalance. I would not be surprised that we test 52.95, if not lower into 52.75. If there's no supply there, then we'll rally away. Otherwise, selling may overcome demand and drop back down. But again, I remain a little biased here that prices are going to kind of fall back down and test this level that's here, and then we'll rally back in there. I think we have some more consolidation. I think equities are going to outperform oil right here. So we'll look at some oil trades moving forward.